Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'll be presenting the last speech for this course, during which we will be talking about our personal experience throughout the course. And so far, my experience has been really a great one. I have to admit I wasn't too excited about signing up for public speaking when I first learned that I had to take it as one of my requirements. My initial thought that it would involve a lot of maybe the old style dialectic, which involves you being just able to formulate some sort of reason or argument in front of people in public. But after taking the course, and within the 3 months of this learning experience, I have to say that I learned what public speaking is all about. There are a lot of sides to it that I wasn't aware of, and now I have sort of came up with a good understanding of what it really entails, and a very deep understanding as well. First, it's not only speaking in public. I have learned the side of it that has to do with preparing a presentation and arguing persuasively, possibly. Also, listening critically. I never thought that this one would be included or one of the topics that we would have to discuss here. Talking about our responsibility as citizens of democracy, and how public speaking could come in handy in situations like that where we have to deliberate in order to reach a conclusion. This was also one of the things that I was surprised to find out to be one of the chapters in this course. Quite interesting, actually, because, like I said, in this course I've learned the true meaning of public speaking, things that I wasn't aware did exist before. And my experience so far has been great. When talking about the assignments that we've had to do, I'd say my probably most favorite one would have been the informative speech. Presenting information that you actually possess to let others know about it, or maybe shed some light on the topic that you deem to be of personal interest to you, that may just be an eye-opener to other people who may have never really had the chance to think of it deeply. This was really, it served the purpose, and I thought that the information that I was able to gather helped me, prepare a good speech and present it. Maybe my skills as a presenter need some work still, need some practice, which does not really end with the end of this course. This will be something that I will have to be working on through my career, through my professional life. What I've established here within this class is a very good foundation, a clear understanding of how to identify your audience, how to prepare a presentation that would fit their needs, how to deal with the stress and the pressure that a lot of people would have before presenting a speech. I've also learned how to edit videos using YouTube, which is a good skill to have these days. I wouldn't say that this is a bad thing. In addition to that, I would like to also talk about my least favorite assignment. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I was asked to. I wouldn't have brought it up. I would say the least favorite one to me was the one where we had to talk about personal experience. I ended up having to talk about a traumatic event that I would have not wanted to mention or bring up. All in all, it's all right. I did present it, and it's a side of me that I guess my colleagues in class get to see as well. When it comes to whether or not I would recommend this class, absolutely yes. I would recommend this class to anybody who will be considering a degree that might require some sort of interaction with the public, as long as even if it's not really, I would say that whatever your major is, whatever field of study you're involved in, you might need to be involved in a community meeting or a town hall meeting, or even have to present your technical ideas to a group of scientists or audience who may be interested in what you have to say. Comes all that in, you would need to have some sort of understanding of public speaking, and in a sense of being able to present your ideas. You might be arguing persuasively, you might be presenting some information that others deem informative. Either way, you will need some sort of a grasp on the topic. You will need to prepare. You will need to identify your audience. You will need to prepare yourself and also determine the type of speech you're going to give, whether it's going to be a manuscript, whether it's going to, are you going to use an outline, are you going to just wing it, as they say sometimes when it comes to these presentations. All these types of tips are things we've acquired throughout this class, which again, I have never really thought of it in that much depth before. Whenever I had to present anything, I would just basically go to Microsoft Outlook and put it all out there. And from there, I had a presentation, and tomorrow we'll figure out what exactly we're going to do depending on the situation. Of course, that does not seem to be the proper course of action here, and having or knowing what I know now, I'll definitely be taking a different approach. And I really hope that the class was as fruitful as well as enjoyable to all of my colleagues as it was to me personally. Thank you for listening, and have a great night.